Hello and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor and our Ironman challenge. Now, I have just finished reading the book, which gave us an additional 10 relation with the Noldor, and now we have 81, because I did actually get into a small skirmish with helping a Noldor patrol against, I don't know, Salian caravan or something like that, and we were able to gain another 3 or 4 relation from that. So, I'd like to learn the secrets of creating these items. There we have it. Yes, look at this. Every single thing is now known to our knighthood order. And as a result, we will be able to have these items equipped on them, which is going to be insane. Now, of course, we do need to make sure that they gain a suitable amount of strength and obviously trainer skill. And that's exactly the reason why Sir Alistair has gone off and he is ready, hopefully, to provide much better gains than Lethal Duran. Lethal Duran, yes, let's not even talk about him because he was very disappointing, let's just say that. Very, very disappointing. Now, I have checked the amount of unique spawns that are actually in the game at the moment. You can see here, this is what we currently have to deal with. So, from my reckoning, the only things that are possible for us to potentially defeat are Wolfbode the Slayer, Dread Legion, Warlord Zolkar, Barilgi the Usurper, and Sir Boris the Raven, as well as Sila Uzas, I suppose. Those are the only ones that I can imagine we would be able to actually do anything against. And so we're going to have to sort that out relatively soon. I'm going to try and kill this guy. Yeah, by the way, one of my mercenary companies actually did end up being defeated. They did get defeated by a whole bunch of Salian vassals, and that gave me a good opportunity to actually recruit someone else. And I got these guys, Sir Timothy. Sir Timothy is the guy that leads the Knights of the Unicorn. And I thought, hey, you know what? Knights of the Unicorn sounds like a cool idea to me. And that's exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to just try and lead these guys. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to listen to me. And also, my battle size is way too high. Yeah, that's a bit problematic. I need to put it on 330. That is the one, that is kind of like the sweet spot for me. So we're going to do that. Unfortunately, that is going to mean that we still have the insane amount of units on the battlefield until the next round. I could exit, but I personally feel like this hill is just too good to pass up. So let's put everyone here. Yeah, I'll put everyone here, put our archers a little bit further back, and then we're pretty good. Now, we are up against just a regular Salian vassal. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to get involved with us whatsoever. I'm pretty sure he's just going to... I don't know whether I should just charge, you know? Because we have... You know what? I think we're just going to charge. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't think we really will have too many difficulties, especially... Look at this site, though. Especially because we have so many cavalry. But just look at the site here. We're having so many Knights of the Unicorn just charging straight down here. And I got to be really careful because I don't want to die, of course. But you never know. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, they seem to have some Dashar. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm kind of surprised about that. Anyway, let's just shoot this guy if we can. Oh, he brought out his shield just at that precise moment, but we took him down. Ah, Singalian, never mind. They're just Singalians, they're not actually Dashar. That's absolutely fine. Take that guy down, no problem at all. It's a bit problematic to try and shoot when you're lagging. I'm getting like 20 FPS right now. That is terrible. Okay, well, hopefully it's going to get a little bit better as we kill them. But as you can see, just an absolute stomp here. An absolute stomp. But what I am going to end up doing, I think, is I was going to initially wait until the next Noldor tournament and until Sir Alistair came back and everything like that. But I actually wanted to go hunting for some unique spawns and actually just going to take them on, like one-on-one with, well, maybe two-on-one, with Sir Timothy helping us out. I think that's going to be a pretty good idea because Knights of the Unicorn, as you can see right here, are just insane. And while Sila Uzas is probably one of the most powerful unique spawns, and I think the developers actually made him better in this most recent version, so he is going to be kind of harsh for us to deal with. but it is kind of necessary. We kind of have to do something to get more Qualis gems. And I don't think, I mean, maybe we could take off, I don't know, maybe we could do something about, maybe Wolfbode. I think Wolfbode might be pretty good. But otherwise, I found Sir Roland. Yes, as you can no doubt see, I found him. And we're going to be making him into a vassal. And we're going to give him Valor Shield Castle. There we go. And now he is Archon Roland. Yeah, I made him an Archon because Imperium, it kind of makes sense. Imperium of Iron, Archon, kind of makes sense. So yeah, that's going to be really, really nice for him. I should really go back to White Stag Castle for a second as well. And actually give him some additional fiefs because that's going to be very useful for him to, well, increase the amount of his army. And he's going to be really good, in my opinion, because he's got 6 leadership, he's got an upstanding nature, he's basically perfect for a vassalage, so I'm pretty happy with him. So anyway, hello Cosine, long time no see. Talon Castle also has no lord, but I'm thinking we're going to be okay with giving, I don't even know which villages are nearby to Valor Shield Castle. Fletcher, Ermenard, okay. Okay, that seems perfectly fine. Fletcher, and Ermenard. Okay, gotta remember that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Ermenard, that will go to Archon Roland, of course. And now, because he has an upstanding nature, the greatest thing about that is the fact that he won't get annoyed when I give a fief to any other companion, and that's, well, not companion, but any other vassal. And that's exactly the reason why I am aiming to get vassals that only have good-natured or upstanding personalities. Maybe even martial I would be able to deal with, because martial personalities, they require a minimum amount of fiefs before they actually start being good people, if you know what I mean. Oh, there we go. Yes, I am actually starting to upgrade my sergeants and my knights, because, well, someone did mention that they take into account what you've already upgraded, and as a result you can kind of upgrade them from a lower tier level of armor, and you're going to get like a 90% discount or something like that. I think someone mentioned that, so thanks very much for that, because I was obviously quite worried with this whole thing. 40 days and 66,000. Are you serious? Okay, you know what? Why is that so much more expensive? It makes no sense. Look at this. It's exactly the same. It is exactly the same, apart from the upgrade cost. That is super weird. I have no idea why you would get this either, by the way. 57 body and 15 leg, and this is 55 body and 17 leg and 1 head armor, and it's so much cheaper and so much quicker to upgrade. So what is the cheapest and quickest thing? This. And this gives more leg, gives more head, but it makes them look like Dashar Windriders, which personally I don't like, so I'm going to just go with this. It's going to take 60,000 gold and 29 days, but it's kind of important to get them going, and this is going to take 1 more day. So you know what we're going to do? We're literally just going to wait here for 1 more day. It's going to be done relatively soon. I did them both basically at the same time, because we're upgrading their shields. We're upgrading the knight shield, so they actually have a shield, because they don't have a shield beforehand, and it's going to help them out in quite a few ways, because if we do get some of them into a battle and we actually go into the battle with them or something. Oh wow, Silent Uzas was already defeated. I was kind of wanting to attack him myself, but we can go to Wolfbode and we can see what he's doing. So let's upgrade our knights. They deserve better armor, don't they? So let's see what we can get them. Okay, so now that they can wear Noldor armor, they can actually wear Noldor armor. This is pretty amazing. It's gonna it's gonna bankrupt me. It is going to bankrupt me like no one's business. Okay. What do I want to get them? The Noldor Archer Garb is not going to work. We could go for full plate armor, 58 to body, 16 to leg, 5 to head. That's actually really good, in my opinion. I feel like that might be better than the Noldor armor, which is kind of amusing, considering it's a lot cheaper. And it takes 2 months to upgrade them. but they're going to be pretty good at that point. I mean, you can see that, yeah, I mean, you know, the ebony plate mail is pretty good too, 60 body. 58, and then the ebony is, wow, the ebony is actually pretty good. Let's see what else is down here, actually, because as we've seen, not always the best armor is the most expensive. So it's a good idea to shop around and see exactly what's going on. These things are not exactly great. I mean, maybe I should just give them the exact same armor as the knights, as the sergeants. That might be something. That might be the way to go. But it is going to make them quite fragile. But not that fragile. Because, I mean, if you look up here, full plate armor, 58 body, 16 leg, and then this is 55 body, 17 leg. So you'd literally only lose like 2 armor, and you're gaining, you're gaining a huge amount of cash. You know what? Let's just do it. Why not? They're going to look exactly the same. Wait, no, I can't do that. I can't make them look exactly the same. That doesn't make sense because the knights have to look cooler than the other guys, right? So let's give them a cape or something like that. Yeah, this has exactly the same stats. Actually, a little bit better stats, and it's exactly the same in terms of cost, but it is very much more in terms of days. Fine, let's do it. That makes them look cooler, no? I mean, looking cool is like half the thing when it comes to making your own knighthood order, because you want them to look cool. If they don't look cool, then you failed, you know? That's my thinking on it, at the very least, because a little bit of armor here or there, personally, that doesn't really matter to me, you know, like 2 armor, 3 armor, you know, unless you're going super hardcore about everything, and especially considering I can't get the best Noldor armor at the moment, it is just generally better just to go for something that is going to enable us to have a 90% discount and a reduction in the amount of time it's going to take for us to do the next upgrade in terms of armor. But getting them into a position where we can actually use them, that's the key here. It's going to take a long time to level them up, of course. So we'll hopefully be able to do that. I think someone actually also said that I should be training them 3 weeks instead of 4 weeks. And I completely understand your math on that. The math that you did definitely makes sense to me. So I will probably switch to a 3-week plan rather than 4-week. And I'm actually trying to find my my patrol at the moment, but I don't seem to be able to do that for some reason. They must be chasing someone, which is unfortunate, to say the least. Okay, you know what? Guess we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave, and we'll try and you know, I can't do that though because I need to find him. Okay, I'll just search around. All right, so unfortunately I couldn't find them. I'm not entirely sure why. I looked around Laria again, and nothing seems to be happening. So instead, I'm just going to try and protect this village from Lord Eric. I'm not entirely sure why he's not going to see Ariel, but you know, that's just how it is. He's not a prince yet, I suppose. That might be the reason. Anyway, references aside, we are going to be making our way over here, telling everyone to come over. And I'm actually quite positive. I actually feel like I'm quite positive about our knighthood order now, because I was a little bit, not dejected, so to speak, but I was a little bit dubious about what we were actually going to end up doing with them. Because on the one hand, you want them to be amazing really, really fast, right? You know, you want them to be units that you can actually start using almost instantaneously. But the patience required to actually level these guys up into something that's actually usable, it's going to be quite testing. It's going to be quite a test for me, because I generally tend to like getting units that are really, really powerful really fast, but it's very difficult to do that in Pendor. So, I mean, that's a funny thing. There are actually ways that you can reduce the amount of time that it takes for the knighthood order to train things, and I have done that before in a previous series, like a long time ago. And basically I made it so that it would take 7 days instead of 30. And I can't remember how to do that. So I'm sure a quick Google search or something will probably give you the answers. But in general, it is doable. So if you want to, I'm sure you can find the answers through Google there, because let's face it, so not everyone has a huge amount of time. to spend on leveling, you know, a knighthood order. And while it is not necessary to actually complete the game, it is definitely something that is really fun and very rewarding as well. You want it to be something that you really want to do. And having the fun of seeing your own units that you've designed personally going into battle, I think that's just really, really cool. But unfortunately, because, of course, it takes so long, it is not exactly great. Anyway, Kavera actually likes Roland, but Roland is no longer with us right now, so yeah, her talking about him is quite funny. But anyway, yeah, I did look around a little bit, as you can see right here. I looked around right there, and I couldn't find my patrol, so not entirely sure what's going on. But I guess they'll just continue patrolling around Laria, and hopefully they'll do a good job. Otherwise, I'm going to go and try and find Wolfbode. I was hoping that I could actually fight him with about 400 of my units. Oh, that's a Jatu army. I don't really want to fight the Jatu, if at all possible, because they're kind of a waste of time for me. Because if we do fight them, it is literally just going to end up me losing a huge amount of units because their lancers are going to just do so much damage. And it's not going to give me a Qualis gem or anything like that, so it's kind of pointless. But otherwise, let's continue asking for rumors, and we can sell our prisoners here. I'll take those units, whoever they are. Did he give me more Mettenheim units? No, Bearclaw Berserkers. Oh, that's actually pretty fun. Sure, okay, that's absolutely fine with me. And I think the last that I knew, Wolfbode was around this area, so I guess we're just going to try and find him. But the problem is, I don't know how many units he has in his army, because he's more than likely going to have about 1,000. And without my patrol, without my mercenary company, it's going to be quite difficult, I think. Ah, there he is. Hello. Yeah. Now, here's the funny thing. Most of these units are actually kind of pointless and not very good. So I think, theoretically, we would probably be able to deal with this guy no problem at all. But the problem with it is that he has 68 Wolfbode Honor Guards. These guys are basically Bearclaw Berserkers with mounts. And also, I think they have shields. Ooh, that was a bit worrying right there. Snow Wolf Clan Warriors. The Snow Wolf Clan Warriors coming close to me with a 4.8 movement speed when I have a 5.2. I can outrun them, but unfortunately I'm outrunning them and Wolfbode at the same time. And that's making it so that Wolfbode does not follow me, and I want him to follow me. Let's actually go and attack these guys. There we go. I can't believe we actually got them into a battle without him. That's kind of hilarious. Anyway, we're just going to charge straight up right here. And hopefully I won't die. Yeah, because these guys are known for being not exactly bad. Not exactly bad when it comes to being horse archers, but they are not exactly amazing either. So they're going to be quite easy for our forces to eliminate, I hope, at least. And then we will be able to, I'm hoping, lure Wolfbode over to my patrol, over to my mercenary company. I should really call it mercenary company rather than a patrol, because the patrol is just a regular, you know, full of regular units. And we'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful that actually our knighthood order will launch one of those patrols again, where they just have like 200 units solely comprised of iron sergeants and knights. And if that is indeed the case, I'm going to try and speak to them and tell them, hey, can you go into that garrison over there? Because if you reinforce that garrison and give me, you know, 200 pure custom knighthood order units, eventually those guys are going to get upgraded into absolute monsters. And that's going to be something that is very valuable indeed. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that at the time. So I'm not sure how we're going to make that work. I don't really want to recruit any of these, to be honest. I'll take the peasant women because they do become maiden cavalry and I like them a lot. But otherwise, I'm just going to leave everyone else. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, so he's moving at 2.9 and we're moving at 5.1, and improved roads in Laria have been completed. That's nice. Very good. And let's see if I can lure him over to Laria. Now, here's the thing. If we can lure him over, then I think we might be able to... Maybe we can get Sir Roland in on the action as well. That might be something that would be pretty good. There are, unfortunately, an army of enemies near Valashield Castle. I actually wonder who that is. I hope that's not a massive retinue of vassals from Sarlian. I think that's going to be really bad. Yes. Okay, come on, Wolfbode. You're a little bit of a slow poke, aren't you? Or a slow king, either way. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Aha. Haji Cyrus Legatus. Okay, yeah, that guy is a faction hopper, if you didn't know. I'm going to actually go to notes and actually find him. He is known as Archon Haji Cyrus now. Yes, as you can see right here, his reputation is cunning. And he is a faction hopper, pure and simple. Basically, all he does is, well, that. He just faction hops all the time. And he is originally a Dashar vassal, and he has just left the Empire. And so he is definitely someone that we will not want to accept into our ranks, even though we might want another vassal relatively quickly. And that's also another reason why getting a Qualis gem would be very, very useful for us, because if we can get a... Oh! Hello, Sir Roland. Hello. Can you, would you mind coming over here? Oh, he has Pendor units and Dawn Wyverns. Oh, nice. He's got some good guys right there. And he's actually running away from me. Well, now here's the thing. I don't want to draw Wolfbode into the Noldor. If I draw them, if I draw Wolfbode into the Noldor, then they are basically going to disallow any Qualis gem that I will gain from the fight. And so I have to be really careful here. Seems like I'm going to be disqualifying Roland from the fight, unfortunately. Okay, Meragan Kielik has brought together the Griffin Sword Adventuring Company. He's probably going to be pretty easy for us to defeat now, because before he wasn't so easy. So Boris the Raven is launching a surprise attack on Ravenstone. That is actually kind of interesting. I would like to be able to get over there. If we could do that, that would be fantastic, because that means that we'd be able to go into the garrison. Should I just leave Wolfbode where he is right now? Yeah, okay, I'm going to try and rush over there. All right, I made it. I made it just in time. I did have to pass by some very, well, menacing-looking Sarlian vassals that wanted to attack me, but I did make it in time. They seem to be moving rather slowly here, but I think Sir Boris had, as far as I'm aware, I think he had like 1,200 when he started, so he now has 900. So let's see how we do. 745 against 922. Our renown value for this battle is 100. What? 130? Do you think we can do this? We're with Ravenstone. We are with Ravenstone, so it might very well be possible. But he has Knights of the Raven Spear. Majorly. That is generally what he has. And they're quite difficult to deal with. Especially considering my Sapphire Bow just shoots arrows like candy, which is really not very good. Because we want them to, well, we want to try and have survivability, longevity, shall we say, in our arrows. I just have to try and eliminate all of the Knights of the Raven Spear, to be honest, because they're the ones that are probably going to cause problems for the front line over there. So if I can just shoot them from the side, I think we'll have a decent enough time. And you know what I should have done? I was so panicked to actually get here that I forgot to equip a second set of arrows. Yes, a second set of arrows would have been very useful right now. I'm actually wondering where the box... Oh, there's the box. Okay, you know what? Probably going to go down and get some more arrows. So Boris is probably not going to have anything super powerful in regards to ranged. At least I hope not. and I should be able to take advantage of us having 63 arrows. So I'm just going to try my best here. Oh, they're actually getting inside. This is really bad. Oh, this is really bad. Yeah, the time that I took to go down there is really not very good and is making us actually have some problems. Trying to shoot them in the knees, but that's not really working, as you can see. Their shield skill is just good enough to cover them by the looks of things. That's making things kind of tricky. Kill that guy, and maybe we can just continue to kill them. What is actually going on here with my arrows? Am I not hitting? Because I feel like I'm not shooting them for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the wall is blocking me somehow. Because it seems like I'm aiming at them, and this is the fastest, one of the fastest bows for arrow travel speed through the air. And it's kind of weird to not have them hit, you know? It's kind of weird, I don't know. Okay, so I have no more arrows. Do you want to give me some? I mean, this guy can actually give me some. Oh, I took some damage. Got to be careful there. There we go, I got 63 back. Fantastic. If I can continue shooting, then we will have a great time. Okay, we've got to be careful. Maybe I just have to shoot like this. Maybe that would be a little bit more useful. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it. I get it. You want to shoot me. That's fine. Okay, so now things are getting a little bit dicey because we are seeing people on the battlements right here. I could shoot out of here. These guys are not exactly difficult to eliminate. But we got to be careful. Yeah, we got to be really careful. Because I don't have a shield, you know. I could go and get it, but I don't have a shield right now. Oh, look at how many knights he has. I can't believe this. He has so many. This is just insane. No wonder we're going to get 130 renown for this if we actually survive. That is the point. If we actually survive. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get some more arrows from this guy. There we go, he gave me some. Is that it? I think that might actually be it, if you can believe it. I think that might be it. Okay, this is crazy. If we have achieved a victory... I think we have, actually. Yeah, I think that is actually it. Now, he is going to have about 500 units remaining. Wow, I took so many casualties. Look at that. I took 38 casualties in this particular fight. But if we can get him and take him prisoner, this is going to be very, very important for us. Anyway, 78 kills for us in this siege. 130 renown. And, well... we lost a whole bunch of units. A whole bunch of really, really good units as well. I believe we lost a lot of Doom Guides. Actually, only three. Only 3 Doom Guides we lost. But they are pretty rare as it is. Anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, he was wounded, so we're going to need to wait. Alright, here we go. We're going up against BORIS on the field. I have 213 against his almost 500. This is going to be a little bit difficult for us, but I'm hopeful that our superior positioning will see us through to the end. So let's see if we can do that. We've got 44 archers on the battlefield, 50 cavalry, only 5 infantry, but that is to be expected, of course. I have primarily an archer cavalry focused army, and that's, in my opinion, not too bad. That is not too bad. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to spread our archers out a little bit, and we are going to make it so that our cavalry form a horse wall in some way, because it seems like, I feel like he's going to have a lot of cavalry. And that's the thing, I don't know whether that's a good idea, because if we do that, then he's going to run rings around us, basically, in terms of mobility on this battlefield. Actually kind of surprised what's happening here. Seems like, yes, I thought that might be the case. This is a very mountainous area. I've drawn him into the Ravenstern Mountains. Ah, yes, there they are. Right. Yeah, he's going to get murdered. I think all of these are going to get murdered, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, I think so. I think that might be the case because, I mean, let's face it. He's up against literally a massive amount of ranged units. And if we can eliminate all of these Knights of the Raven Spear... By the way, Boris, I believe, is at 22% or something like that. 22% HP. I tried to more be on the safe side this time because I'm not entirely sure what his stats are like. But hopefully he's going to be relatively good in HP. That was close, wasn't it? Almost got lanced in the face. That would have been very bad. Alright, yeah. So we've already eliminated 50 of his units, and we've literally not taken any casualties. Well, we've taken 2. Which is not that bad. That's pretty good. Oh, nice headshot. Did you see that? Wow, that was completely luck. Yeah, these rogue knights are annoying. They always have ranged abilities. There we go. Another headshot. Wow, that's nice. Okay, so now here come his infantry. Hopefully my crossbowmen still have a good amount of bolts, and this is the reason why I've slightly started to recruit more crossbowmen, because they're just so much better when it comes to longevity and longer battles. And this is definitely showing in this engagement. Even if I can just weaken people, that's basically all I really want to do. Just weaken them up a little bit so that our forces can eliminate them relatively quickly. And it might be quite nice to take a couple of them prisoner as well. Why not? Unfortunately, this guy is quite difficult to eliminate. There we go. But yeah, this is probably a perfect map to deal with any unique spawn that has a significant amount of cavalry, because they seem to all come in basically a line, you know, because they have to navigate through that tight little ravine over there, little valley or something like that, and it's going to make it very difficult for them to get through there with an overwhelming amount of numbers, and as a result it's going to make everything so much easier for us, and that's blatantly obvious. I mean, you know, you can see the result of it, just crazy. And another great thing about it is that if the opponent had a huge amount of horse archers, which this guy doesn't have a massive amount, but he does have, you know, a small amount, you know. And the cool thing about it is that we have this hill behind us that kind of gives us a little bit of cover from them. Because, of course, they are attempting to use their advanced horse archer AI, but it is not working, you know. It's really not working out for them that well. So basically all we need to do is just wait for these guys to come towards us. Unfortunately, they are now spawning in a bunch of these. I think we're going to need to charge in now, which is something I never want to do when I have archers, mostly. But we have a lot of cavalry. Let's do it. Let's go. Because, as you can see, all of my crossbowmen are also out of bolts, and our archers have been out of arrows for a very long time. Now, the enemy is probably only going to have very low tier units now, and we should theoretically be perfectly fine to just wade in here and do as much damage as we like. Unfortunately, we still have to be careful though, because Ironman challenge, you know, you can't forget, you know, you can't forget that it is paramount that we do not die. Right, so that, you know what that means, repositioning. The repositioning is the best way to go about it right now. Let's reposition ourselves a little here. And then we're going to charge in straight again. Alright, so we are now in a position where things are getting a bit more dicey. Yes, much more dicey in actual fact, because I've had to pull all my units back because there were 2 Singalian units, yes, just 2, making everyone, well, shall we say, making every one of our infantry go absolutely crazy. And as a result, they were literally just charging after these guys up and down the hill, again and again and again. It's probably not the best idea for them to do that, because that means they're just going to be wasting time. They're just going to be running up and down this hill. As you can see, this guy's attempting to do the same thing. And yeah, that's basically what I had to go back here for, and I had to pull everyone back to try and rectify the situation. Because if I didn't, then we would be, well, basically having, I don't know, 30, 40 units just chasing after one guy. That's kind of annoying and pretty bad, because that means that I actually ended up losing about 10 very valuable cavalry units just because they had no infantry support. And that kind of grinds my gears. So, yeah, that's kind of annoying. But it's okay, because we're going to be victorious here, and I have a... let's actually just take a quick look here. I have 8 in prisoner management. So I could technically level up. And I want to... What do I want to spec into? Pathfinding is my thing, isn't it? So I guess I'll just spec into intelligence, and we'll go for pathfinding and then athletics. I think athletics is actually very useful. And I think that's it. I think that's fine with me. No problem at all there. Let's try and not get killed by that bandit. Wouldn't it be amusing? You know? Very powerful leader of a Imperium of Iron killed by a bandit. I mean, that's probably what would happen. Let's face it. Always expect the unexpected, after all. Seems like this is it. That is indeed a victory for us. And there you go. 18 units remaining. And we are then going to be taking him prisoner. I'm speaking it into existence. 84 renown. What a beastly number right there. So we literally got 130 renown, followed by 84 renown. We are getting so much renown, it's just crazy. But we are ending up losing a lot of units in the process. As you can see, I lost another 38, which is pretty harsh. Yes, we can take him prisoner. I like it. Okay, that's fantastic. Let's take some various loot, and I will just tell my people. Oh, seems like Ansem wants to equip the maiden crossbow. Good for him. And otherwise, I'll just take this, because I'm actually running out of cash, as you can see. Now, here's the fun part. Oh, yes, here's the fun part. Going through all of his prisoners. As you can see right here, he has an insane amount of units. Dragon Drakes. Don't know if they're actually that good, because I've always heard that they're really good, but they might be just slightly better versions of the Ravenstone Kier Guard, and that's not particularly good. Let's take some Ravenstone Rangers. Did he have any Noldor? Did I see Noldor right there, or am I just seeing things? I think I'm just seeing things, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so I was actually really tempted for us to go and get a pile of diamonds from him, because if we get a pile of diamonds from him, that's 100,000, and I kind of need the cash right now, but the Qualis Gem is just so much more important for training our companions. As I said, what I was going to do was use this Qualis Gem to drink the 3rd potion that is available at Phineas, and then hopefully get the +2 intelligence to all of our companions. And as a result, then Lethal Durin will gain, 2 in trainer skill. It's not really good at the moment, but if we can get more Qualis Gems, then hopefully we'll be able to do that. And also, even if we get the strength agility and charisma bonuses. That's also perfectly fine. So I'm going to take a Qualis gem. Nice. Okay, I'm really, really pleased about that. That is really, really good. How many maiden cavalry do we have now, by the way? Because I think I've got a lot. Got a load of rogue Blackheart Knights. They're actually good units. Maiden Cavalry, there we go. We got 46 of them. I actually thought I would have a lot more, but apparently not. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.